Should 99% of teams already be eliminated by the bye week? In today's video, we are doing a deep dive on which bye week is the best to have, which bye week has won the most Super Bowls, and which bye weeks are the worst to have and won the least amount of Super Bowls. Starting with the bye week you don't want to have, which is too late, ironically. You'd think later in the season you'd want to have a bye week so you can get ready for the playoffs, get healthy for the playoffs. But since the NFL implemented the bye week, which started in 1990, by the way, so there's been what, 35 Super Bowls since then, 36 Super Bowls. The 2000 Baltimore Ravens are the only bye week 14 team to win the Super Bowl.
What?
Meaning, by the time these teams get to the end of the season, the bye or the rest has come too late already. Same thing with week 13. Only Tampa Bay, Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers a few years ago, had a bye week 13, which is kind of a cursed number, and went on to win the Super Bowl. Disclaimer about bye week 13 typically ends up being Thanksgiving weekend, which typically doesn't have a bye. There's very few teams that have ever even had bye week 13 in the first place. But this year, bye week 14, which is this weekend, the Carolina Panthers would have to make history. The Panthers are getting red hot. They got that big win right before the bye week, so maybe there's a chance. Same thing with the New England Patriots, who could end up with the 1 seed. They're definitely going to be in the race with multiple teams for that top spot. But here, according to this bye week theory, history says they got like a 1 in 35 shot if you just look at bye weeks. New York Giants are already out this year, so we don't even really have to talk about them, but they had a bye week 14. But another team that falls in this category needs the bye week desperately. They needed a week 14 bye. Maybe they needed a bye earlier. Maybe this is the teams that just don't get the bye week soon enough, and that's why very few bye week 14 teams win it all. I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers, who've been banged up all year. Probably could have used this bye twice.
Makes it a lot more depressing of a bye week.
We're given $25 of free credits, 0 deposit necessary, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Dabble. So let's have a Dabble real quick and make our picks for week 14. Then after the video, you can go make your picks on Dabble for completely free with promo code NFLMike, and you'll get a $25 free credit. And if this ticket hits, you can turn that $25 into $900. You can copy my picks, go and follow me over on Dabble at the NFLMike, or go against my picks. Either way, with promo code NFLMike, you will get those credits. I told you guys that I might not be confident in them Dallas Cowboys, but I do like their receivers versus the Lions' banged up defense, and secondary especially. So give me Dak Prescott to go over his passing yards. I have a lot of touchdowns being scored in that Bills versus Bengals game, but I'm not going to go with any of the obvious choices to score. I think Mike Gesicki is sneaking one in this weekend and Gritty in it. Staying in that game, I do have the Bills winning 35-33. I think Josh Allen can score 2 of those touchdowns. His over-under is 1.5 touchdowns, so we're going over on that. We just saw how much Kamani Vidal ran all over the Raiders.
Kamani Vidal down the sideline, and he has a touchdown.
Their souls are broken. Their spirits are in half. Their spirits are down. Max Crosby's throwing fits. I don't know, man. I think it's impossible for RJ Harvey not to score a touchdown in this game. And then my guy, Justin Herbert, 206 passing yards. I know he hasn't hit this the last 2 weeks. The Chargers been running the crap out of the football, but I'm telling you, that does not happen very often back-to-back weeks. That does not happen very often any week, and it's not happening in a third straight week. If Justin Herbert's healthy and he's out there, this is my lock on this ticket. He will throw for 200 passing yards no matter how the game goes. Chargers losing and trying to throw back, he'll throw for 200 passing yards. Chargers winning, it's through his 200 yards passing. Again, promo code NFLMike and get your free $25 that can turn into $900 if you just copy my picks. No deposit necessary. I'll make that clear. You just gotta click the link in the description or use that promo code NFLMike. Now you're probably thinking similarly to that week 13 stat about it being Thanksgiving, there just isn't that many week 14 buys. It dwindles down as we get into the season. But explain why week 11 and 12 don't win very many Super Bowls. Only 2 Super Bowls have been won out of the week 11 bye, and 2 Super Bowls have been won out of the week 12 bye. We're talking about the LOB Seahawks. They won it out of week 12. And the Kansas City Chiefs when they won their first Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes coming back on the Niners the first time. Also a bye week 12 a few years ago. And then by week 11, New England Patriots last Super Bowl with Tom Brady in 2018, and the LA Rams, Stafford's first Super Bowl, he won out of the bye week 11. This year, the Saints had a bye week 11. They're already out, so it came true on them. The Indianapolis Colts had bye week 11. Washington Commanders and Miami Dolphins also both pretty much out. Would need a miracle to even make the playoffs. Wait, they had a bye week 12. In bye week 12, my Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible for the Chargers to still win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that history says not a lot of bye week 12 teams win it. But it makes me feel a little bit better to see the Denver Broncos also had a week 12 bye week. But this doesn't necessarily mean you want an early bye week either, because just like week 11, 12, 13, and 14, very slim amount of teams have come out of week week 5, the first bye week of the season, and went on a marathon all the way to the Super Bowl. How many games would that be technically? 14, 15, 16 straight games? And those two teams were led by historic quarterbacks, Peyton Manning and Big Ben Roethlisberger, won at a week 6 bye. So only 4 total teams won it, had a bye week 5 or 6, and went all the way to win it. Similarly to the bye weeks later in the season. So that would suck really bad for Chicago Bears. Obviously, we're all rooting for the Bears here. The Atlanta Falcons are pretty much already out. They lost their quarterback. But also with a week 5 bye week this year, the Green Bay Packers and Pittsburgh Steelers. So both of Aaron Rodgers' teams. The Texans fall into this category as well with a week 6 bye. And the Minnesota Vikings are already pretty much out. I feel so bad for Justin Jefferson right now. He is just going through it back to back. 7, produce a few more title runs. Baltimore Ravens fans, Buffalo Bills fans. And week 9 has been solid too for the Bucks and Eagles fans. But the absolute sweet spot, 42% of Super Bowl champions since they implemented the bye week have had bye weeks 8 or 10. We're talking about multiple Cowboys Super Bowls. Brett Favre Super Bowl. When the Baltimore Ravens won it in 2012, bye week 8. And same thing with the Chiefs in 2022. The 2002 Bucks had a bye week 10 with Aaron Rodgers' Packers. And Tom Brady's first Super Bowl that he won was won out of bye week 10. Well, his old college number. The 10th bye week also produced the Nick Foles run and the 2023 back-to-back Super Bowl championship winning Kansas City Chiefs.
It's not open. Pick it. Oh, no.
We could take out teams that would need an absolute miracle to get to the Super Bowl, like the Cincinnati Bengals. I know they still have a chance, but not a good one. The Tennessee Titans are out. The New York Jets are out. Cleveland Browns with this bye week, they're out. They're probably going to end up with the number overall pick. And I'm so glad to say that the Kansas City Chiefs, who fall with the 10th bye week, they're pretty much eliminated too. All that's left, if history continues to repeat itself, and these bye weeks continue to produce more Super Bowls at a 40 to 50% clip, the Lions, Rams, and Seahawks with week 8, or them Dallas Cowboys with a bye week 10. But in the AFC, that only leaves one team remaining. And I'll tell you who's going to this year's Super Bowl, but first, one quick reminder. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It supports me so much. If you're an NFL fan, I know you will love the channel. We bring daily NFL content. The bye week 8 Jacksonville Jaguars are going to the Super Bowl? Probably not, but I guess sooner rather than later, the ball definitely won't lie.
Yeah, let's get it hype, kicking it off with NFLMike. Yeah, get ready to ride. You know that numbers and ball don't lie. It takes talent, yeah, you gotta have luck for the game. Super Bowl to Hall of Fame. Touchdown, I hope that you got your head in the game. From the field to the microphone, he turns up when the mic is on. Let's work now, bring that energy before the first down. What up, LA?